Or to say, hey guys, it's Klaus. Welcome back to another video, and I hope you are all having a fantastic day, or evening, or morning, or I guess it's day. Whether it's evening or morning, it is the day, being the 24-hour day. I've lost track of what I'm going to do already. Let's answer an important question here. Is it the tank or is it the player? Is the tank OP or is the player OP? Is it the scout tank or is it the team that shoots what the scout spots? It's the question that is so heatedly debated. Are there some OP tanks or are there just some OP players? Well, it must be the tank. Why else would Wargaming call this the Super Chaffee if it's not super? And as you can see here, the driver is OP. He just stopped and shot the ground. We're watching Absolute double feature in his Super Chaffee. He's going to show us, he's going to answer this question for us. Come on, Absolute. So far, so far you've sucked, my friend, but come on. The video's just started. This is a question that I don't think can be answered. We can all agree to disagree. Everyone has their own opinion. Some people say potato, some people say potato. Some people say about, Canadians say about. Some people say, excuse me, I'm sorry. Some people say, fuck you. It's just the way the world, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. We're going to watch two good games, and we're hopefully going to see that, I think this is the answer. It's not, it's a, Mama said Klaus's channel was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. And if you're still watching, if you haven't left in disgust, if you're a new viewer who's just clicked, I don't start from scratch when I screw up. I admit I make mistakes. I screw up sometimes, and my commentary sucks so far. I realize this, and I'm gonna try and fix it. But as Forrest Gump said, you remember when the feather was falling and he was squinting and he didn't really know what life was all about, and Jenny she had AIDS, and little Forrest was born, and he wasn't sure whether little Forrest was going to have the same handicap he had, and it was just trying to think, is it just happening around us, or do you have control of it, or is it everything out of control? Or he was trying to answer the question, and he made the most profound. He said, well, maybe it's a bit of both. I think it's a bit of both. It's not just the tank, and it's not just the driver. Maybe it's a bit of both. And a little bit of luck. I don't know. How the fuck should I know? I'm just a YouTuber that makes stupid videos about tanks. Let's just watch two games that Absolute is playing here. He's going to kick ass in his little Super Chaffee, which is not that super, but he plays it like a boss, okay? Like a freaking boss. Just watch and learn. He's in a little light tank, and he moves up, and he shoots his gun, and he drives around, and he gets a lot of spotting assist and carries. What more do you want? Way to go, Absolute. He's over 2,000 spotting assist. He's shooting on the move. Super Chaffee! Alright, let's be serious. How long has it been? It's been 4 minutes of nonsense. Let's, a couple of things, okay? Oh, wait. You're going to shoot that truck is not a player. It's just one of the obstacles in the game. Oh, and he's been shot by a Super Hellcat. The Super Hellcat has shot the Super Chaffee. The two super. But now the Super Hellcat is ticketed to one for the team. Okay, some serious observations about light tank play as he takes, a better light tank has shot him. Stop getting distracted, Klaus. Say what you're going to say. If you're going to play light tanks in particular and you want to not suck, a little bit of advice. And I think Absolute is showing us this. You can't tell, but I'm going to explain it. Light tanks are the one class that absolutely require the following. You must have a good crew. If you're going to train a crew, don't train a crew in a light tank. Okay? Don't, even a premium light tank like that LT432 or the Girlfriend tank or the AMX 1357, all those, the premium light tanks, don't buy a premium light tank to train a crew from scratch. You will suck in a light tank with a bad crew. You absolutely need full concealment on every crew member. Full concealment so that you don't get spotted as often. And you absolutely need full view range. Those are the two things you need. The two things you absolutely need. Right? If you don't have those two things, you will not be a very good light tank player. Absolute is a little bit pissed off at this little bourrasque that did not help him. Now, why is that the case? Well, because unlike heavy tanks, and even some medium tanks, tanks that play closer in, or that rely on doing damage, it doesn't really matter if you don't have like full repairs on a heavy tank, if you know how to not get tracked in the open like a Muppet. It doesn't really matter if you don't have full concealment on a heavy. There's not a lot of skills on heavy and medium tanks that you need all your crew members to have. Some medium tanks I would recommend full concealment as well, but you get what I'm saying? Light tanks need full concealment for everybody. Then I forgot one. Then you need 6th sense, obviously. You need that for every tank. And then you need the view range skills, situational awareness and recon. So you've used up like 2 or 3 skills on your commander just to make it playable, to be able to do what a light tank is supposed to do, and that is spot and detect people. One of the worst things you can do is roll out in a light tank that has no concealment and no view range on one of those maps where there's the magic bushes scattered around, you know, those like camp in a bushka map where you go to that magic bush and you let your binocs engage and then you spot everyone and you do 4,000 spotting. Well, you don't want to be the light tank that drives out to that bush and sits in the bush and your whole team sees, wow, our light tank's going to spot everyone. They all stop and get ready to shoot. And you don't spot anyone because you didn't put binocs on your tank, right? You put what were the things you put on there? Additional grousers. Maybe you equipped your tank with turbo grousers and improved rotation in your light tank, right? And then you go to that little bush and you have a 75% crew with no recon. You don't have binoc, and you sit in the bush and you have 380 meter view range and you don't spot anyone. And your team has all stopped, waiting to get that free damage at the beginning of the game. And you don't spot anyone. You've just helped your team lose. So what I recommend if you have a really shit crew in a light tank is don't fake your team out. Don't bother going to those positions where they think you're going to spot. Just farm damage from the back, I guess, which is still not great to do in a light tank. If you're going to move up into one of these bushes, like you see Absolute has moved into one of these aggressive bushes now, you want to go there to do this. Look where he spotted that guy, right on kind of the edge of his white circle, because he has maximum view range. He's got a great crew in this. He's got recon. He's got situational awareness. He's got it all, right? And that poor T1 Heavy is training his crew in repairs, which he should as a heavy. But if Absolute here did not have maximum view range, if he had a little green circle on the map with only 400 meter view range instead of what he has, which is well over 455, that T1 Heavy would have been undetected, and he would not have 300 spotting assists now. So light tanks are not for crew training. They're the reward for a good crew. Train them in a different tank. Train a really good crew in your medium premium tank. I'm not kidding. You got a medium tank, you got an extra crew, put the crew in that medium premium tank and play it for a long time until you got a 3.5 skill crew. And then put that crew in when you're starting the light line grind. Don't start the light tanks. Or don't start with the light tanks when you're grinding down a nation's tech tree. Play the medium tanks, play the heavy tanks, and as you work your way through, you got your favorites and you got your ones you're not going to play anymore, and you might have a premium tank, and you might have a really good crew in the mediums, and then you think, I'm only going to keep the tier 8 in this medium line. I've got an extra crew. They've got 2 skills. Take that crew, put it in as your first crew in the light tank line if the crew members match, and start off with 2 or 3 skills in your first games in the light tank, especially at the low tiers like this. Well, mid tiers, I guess you call this mid tier. The discrepancy between view range and concealment at tier 4, 5, 6, and 7 is absolutely huge. You can have tanks that have less than 350 meter view range fighting tanks that have over 500 meter view range. You have heavy tanks with 5 or 6% concealment fighting light tanks that have 45% concealment. It's like night and day, right? Anyways, okay, I think I've gone on long enough to talk about it. So what's the answer? The answer is like he said, a bit of both. It's a little bit of both. You need to know what you're doing, but even if you know what you're doing, you roll out in a light tank without the crew skills, without the view range, without the concealment, you will suck. Oh, but there's some really good players that can make it work. No, there isn't. There aren't. It's a figment of your imagination. Even if you watch the best players, the absolute best players, streamers that are fantastic light tank players, and you see them move into that initial position, and they know exactly where to go, looking at the mini-map, how their team's deploying. They're in that bush, and they immediately rack up 2,800 spotting assists in the first minute and a half. Wow! Well, that's only possible if they don't get detected and if they detect the enemies. And that's only possible if the math works. And if you don't have the view range and you don't have the concealment, they can drive to that bush. They can take a light tank without a good crew, without the view range, without the concealment, and go to the same bush in the exact same game, and they'll get lit, and they won't see anyone, and they'll die, and they'll go, oh, he sucks. Or she sucks, I guess. So this is the class that I think is affected the most by crew skills. And funny enough, it's one of the classes that typically has a small number of crew members. Like the French ones only have 2 crew members, some of them. A lot of light tanks only have 3 crew members, which makes it harder to get all the tanks that have 2 crew members. So the commander and the other guy or girl have to all have these. They have to get the crew skills. So you've got to get brothers in arms. I didn't mention that one, but that's nice to have. Full concealment, situational awareness, recon, sixth sense. That's hard to say. Sixth sense. You're talking about a 4-skill crew sometimes. Especially in those British lights where you get to the Manticore, and what do you got, like 2 guys in there? 2 guys. I think I have Santa Claus and 1 girl in mind, but you get the point. And my commentary sucks, I know, but my brain is not working very well today. I just got my second COVID shot like 3 days ago, and I'm still not myself. My brain is not working. My muscles are aching. I'm tired. I'm just not in a good mood. I amuse myself. So I just, by telling you I'm not in a good mood, I just made myself laugh, and now I'm in a better mood. Oh boy. So anyways, give me your feedback in the comment section. But guys, have you been watching what's going on? Well, maybe some of you turned off the sound so that you didn't have to listen to me. But look what Absolute is doing here. He's dominating on the battlefield in his super Chaffee. Spamming APCR like a motherfucker now. And in the first game, he ran around and detected everyone. And in this game, he's using his view range and his concealment, and he's farming everyone. And you're doing a good job, Absolute. You're doing a great job. You're also doing a really good job as the mod on my Twitch channel. Shout out to Absolute here, guys. This is the guy that if you come and watch the Twitch stream, Absolute is the man who's there as the chief moderator. If you mention another streamer on my stream, he'll ban you. Trentino banned the Mighty Jingles on my stream. I still can't get over that. The Mighty Jingles showed up one day. Said, hi, how you doing? I said, hey, it's the Mighty Jingles. And then Trentino said, there's another streamer on your stream, and he timed him out. Some of you were there. It's true. Jingles, we're sorry. We're sorry. We want you to come back and say hello one day. Oh boy. I'm just tuckered out today, guys. I'm just it's been a rough 3-4 days. Let's just enjoy him farming. Look at this. Just beautiful. And he's not getting detected. I think that enemy has bushed himself. No, the enemy is right in the bush. So it's just a view range concealment thing. It's just, boop. Got him. He wasn't bushed. He didn't back up. You know, if that enemy had maximum view range with binocs engaged and you did not have concealment, a little light bulb goes off and you get shot back. But as you can see, he did not get detected. He did not get shot back. And he's still driving around like a cockroach. Cromwell B. Can he take out a Cromwell B? Come on, buddy. You can do it. Put your big boy pants on. There's no time to be a pussy right now. It's the last kill of the game. He's going straight to the last known position of the Cromwell B. The Cromwell B is sitting in a bush. No, he's not in a bush. He's oblivious to what's going on. Back up. Make the bush bushy. And take him out on the oops. Take him out on the battlefield. No. Take him out on the battlefield. Beautiful. Thank God it's over. Have a great rest of your day, guys. And shout out to you, Absolute. Thank you so much. Surprise. I showed both your games. Great games. Well done. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'm going to go lie down and rest, actually.